Just bear with me, folks, getting things set up here. All right. I think we're all set up. Hi, Pam. Glad you could join us. Get my microphone in here closer to my face so you can hear me. All right, we're going to get started tonight. First off, just let me introduce myself for those of you that don't know or who are watching the video afterwards. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anytime by email at andersonshel@gmail.com. You can find me on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, under Stamp with Shel. I'd like to thank you ever so much for joining me tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight with a really, really cute stamp set, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. Hi, Carol. Glad you could join. I just wanted to take one moment to remind you about the seasonal sale. This is where you get 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies. So check out the flyer. It's on my business page as well as my VIP group, and if you want anything, make sure you get your orders in right away. All right, the stamp set that we're going to be using tonight is Sweet Little Stockings. This is a super, super cute little stamp set, and I've been playing with this a little bit and thought tonight we would have a play with this stamp set. All right, we're going to get started. We're going to make one card tonight, and we will have a couple other samples at the end of the video so that you can see some other alternatives. All right, I have things popping up on my screen here and I can't see your comments. Hello, Miss Melanie. Glad you could join us. All right, for my card tonight, I have a cherry cobbler. Yes, a cherry cobbler card base. And I am going to choose a stamp. Why don't I choose the little Santa hat? Or maybe candy canes. I think I'm going to use the candy canes this time. And I'm going to get a block. And I'm just going to load that on the block. And I'm going to get some cherry cobbler ink. And underneath here, I should have some scrap paper, because I am going to stamp right directly on here, and I want to stamp off the edges, and I'm just going for a tone on tone type of stamping, just so that it's not boring, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I haven't tried this candy cane one before. We'll see what it looks like. Just take some of the plainness off, if you know what I mean. And we're just going to pop that all over the front. Kind of goofed up here. Oh well. doesn't need to be perfect. I am not sweating the small stuff. Life is too short to sweat the small stuff. All right, this is our card base. Once again, I didn't cut a card liner, so I'm just going to grab a piece out of my scrap. And you can see it is far from standard, but that's okay. As long as we have a place to write a quick note, we're good. And just to tie it all together, I'm going to open this ink pad up again, and I am going to stamp a couple of candy canes down there at the bottom, just like so. All right, so our card base is all prepped. We're going to set that aside. Now I have some little strips of the Designer Series paper. And I am going to use, this is actually cardstock, and I am going to use these as a backdrop for my matte layer. What? Is this woman crazy? All right, just gonna twist these around until I find a layout that I'm happy with. I think this is going to be it. So the plan is that we are going to, this is the side that I like. So we had to decide on which pattern we liked and which way we wanted them lined up. So I've done that. Now what I'm going to do is I need to get them on the back side of this matte layer. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually grab, maybe I am, where'd it go? There it is. I'm going to grab some snail, and I'm just going to put a wee bit on each one, and I'm going to line the ends of these up. I'm trying to get some semblance. So all one end is lined up here, and they look pretty even in between. And I'm just going to try to line this up as best I can. It's not going to be perfect. Don't sweat the small stuff. I'll just give that a rub, and then they're attached to the back side of that card, or of that matte layer. All right, now we can put this matte layer on our card. I'm going to use dimensionals, and I'm going to use some of these edges because that will allow me to go right over top of some of those strips that are only attached in the middle. So it's going to affix those as well, right? So we're just going to go like that. Put that one there. One more at the bottom and we'll be happy. All right. Now I'm going to bring my card base back in, and we are going to pop this guy right fair in the middle. Oh, I need a pick tool. I have 0 fingernails. And these are a bunch of dimensionals that I was cleaning and found a whole bunch of dimensionals in paper pumpkin kits, so I brought them into my craft room instead of leaving them in the boxes. Speaking of paper pumpkin, have you guys seen the one for December, the advertisement that they have for it? Looks super fun. All right, there we go. That's planted there. I'm going to take that back out of the way. And I have pre-stamped and die cut the cat and the hat. The cat and the hat. Ha! From the Sweet Little Stockings bundle. And this is actually a stocking that was in the DSP. I just thought, hey, I'm going to use it. It's there. I'm going to use it. So we're going to grab our cherry cobbler because we want to stay in the same color palette as our card. And I'm going to give that one coat of the dark. And while that's drying, I am going to get Gray Granite Dark for our cat. I love his pointy little ears. They make me smile. And I'm going to have to be careful here around his little eyes because I don't want to color over his eyes. And I know this is hard for you guys to see this because this little guy is very tiny. He's only about 1.5 inches across, but he's very cute. I was able to, for you, those of you that don't know, Stampin' Up! Convention was this weekend. It was online. And I was able to attend most of it. Took a lot of training classes. And got to see the new mini catalog. That was exciting. And I actually got to order a small selection of products, and they have been shipped and are already on their way, so that will give me lots of time to get some stamping done to share with you guys. There we go. Coloring is done. Now we have to stamp a greeting. So, I don't know if my tag, oh, I already stamped it. Ah, I don't have to stamp anything. Look at that. And I have a little mat all ready to go. All I have to do is put it together. I got a glob of glue here I got to get rid of. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take this out of here and I'm going to grab my embellishments. And we'll put this baby together. All right, I am actually going to glue this panel right down to the mat, right off the hop. And you guys are awfully quiet tonight. I think I cut this incorrectly by the looks of things, but that's okay. We're going to make do. And I am going to glue this little stocking down. Just like so. Oops. Slippish. And then comes this cute little cat. And you just hang his little paws right over the top of that stocking. And I'm going to grab that cherry cobbler again. It's not quite dark enough for me. I want it to look similar to the paper. Oh, I see what I did. I had the light cherry cobbler before. This looks much better. I see the light one laying over here. Not too smart on a Sunday night, ladies. Not too smart. But that's okay. It's going to work out. Check out this little guy. Isn't he cute? All right. Some more of those lovely dimensionals. I can find them. And we'll pop up this greeting and add it to the front of our card. Maybe. And I'm going to go right across part of that stocking. Now I need my bow maker right here. Slide that over. I grabbed some of this cherry cobbler striped ribbon from my million rolls of ribbon that I have. And I'm just going to tie a little bow and twist that so that it's going to be right on the card. There we go. And now I'm just going to grab my ribbon scissors, because this is going to go on the bottom of the card, so it's not going to have very long tails. All right, some glue dots. I want to ask you guys a question. Are your glue dots, when I open these glue dots, the glue dots are on this side, not on this side? Are your guys' like that? Oh, I can't see the comments. It drives me crazy because they're supposed to be over here. I have defective glue dots. And I'm going to stick this little ribbon. Well, maybe I am. I didn't get the glue dot. Let's add a couple. And heavens to Murgatroyd. There we go. Come on off there. All right, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Ha, get it, skin a cat. We're playing with cats. I know, warped sense of humor tonight. There we go. We have glue dots. We have it stuck down. Now we just need to tame those tails with a couple more glue dots and cover up that little oopsie where I misstamped. See, you're not even going to be able to tell once I get this in place. Here we go. Now let's grab those ribbon scissors and see if we can there we go. Awesome. Now I am going to bring in some of the matte decorative dots. And you're saying, what is she doing? Well, I noticed that there's some down here that are a really, really light color that will go in with those little wee bits of turquoise. So I'm going to use them. I know they're not the exact color, but that's okay. And there we have Have to wait for my camera to catch up here. It's about 10 seconds behind me, so I know that you can see it or not. Yeah, I guess we're pretty good. There we have it with our tone-on-tone background. And I did 4 little 1/2-inch strips, and then I just used a piece of scrap on the inside. So there's the one with the cat. And earlier I did this one, and I used the present for the background, and I used 3/4-inch strips. And that DSP is the Sweet Little Stockings DSP. It's part of that suite. And on that one I used the green dots from that same embellishment pack, and I just put a little dog on the inside. And then, just for fun, so that I could show you that this could be used, this layout can be used for so many different things, I pulled out my mousse. Do you remember this mousse from last year? And I just stamped the trees all over a sheet of Old Olive. I put on my 3 strips of DSP. I used cinnamon cider for the matte layer. I stamped and punched out my mousse and just used a little piece of the Old Olive with the gold on it. And these are actually champagne rhinestones. I thought they looked good with that ribbon. So there you have it. There are your 3 cards. Now, anybody who placed an order with me last week, you will have 3 of these kits in your bag with your order. This will be your free class for this week. So I hope you enjoy them, and I'd love to see what you come up with. If you do not have this bundle, why can't I remember anything tonight? Holy Sweet Little Stockings bundle. If you don't have that bundle and you'd like to order it, you know where to find me. And if you do have it, you can make these cards exact. If you don't have it, here's a perfect example how you can make this card using what you have at home. All right, that's it for tonight, ladies. I will see you again soon. You're very welcome. Bye-bye.